Coco Gauff makes history with 10-plus top 10 victories. Youngest to do it since Swiatek and Serena. The sun was just beginning to set over Doha, painting the sky in pink and gold ribbons, when Coco Gauff stepped onto court that would etch her name deeper into tennis history. The humid air felt heavy, as though the world itself was holding its breath. Tonight wasn't just another match. Tonight was a culmination of years of grit, pain, faith, and fire. On paper, the match was simply the WTA 1000 semifinals. But for Coco, it was something bigger. Another chance to defy expectations, to dismantle limits placed on her since she first picked up a racket as a curly-haired girl in Delray Beach. She had already beaten 9 top 10 players that season. Many had said it was luck. Some said it was a hot streak. Others said it was temporary. Coco Gauff was ready to prove them wrong. Because tonight, she was on the brink of making history. The youngest player since Serena Williams and IGA Swiatek to claim 10-plus victories over world top 10 opponents in a single season. But history never opens its doors quietly. A storm before the glory. As Coco walked toward her chair, the crowd roared, waving banners and flags like ribbons in the wind. Coco rising. Future number 1. Gauff power. Yet behind the noise, Coco carried the weight of a deeply personal promise. Earlier that morning, she'd stare at the framed photo on her bedside table. Serena Williams hugging her after their first practice session when Coco was still between bursting with nerves. Serena had told her, "Records don't make champions. Champions make records meaningless." Gauff never forgot those words. Her father's voice also echoed in her mind. Play with honor. Play with heart. Play like the whole world is watching, because they are. But even champions faced out. Her opponent that night was world number 3, Helena Krajicek, known for unforgiving serves and a mental coldness that could freeze an entire arena. Helena had beaten Coco twice before, and easily. Helena leaned in during warm-up and smirked. "Hope you're ready to lose again, kid." Coco didn't respond. She didn't need to. Her silence carried more fire than any words could. First set, the clash of willpower. The first point was a 196 kilometers per hour serve from Helena, landing with a violent thud on the sideline. Ace! The crowd gasped. Coco simply exhaled. She'd faced storms before, the weight of expectations. The pressure after winning her first Grand Slam. The critics who said she wasn't consistent enough. The heartbreak of big losses. The self-doubt that sneaks in like a shadow. But every time, she came back stronger. Helena kept firing missiles, taking the first set 6-3. Each point felt like Coco was holding up the sky itself. Her coach gestured urgently from the box. Fans grew tense, biting nails. Commentators whispered, "Maybe this is where the streak ends." But Coco saw something else. She saw Serena's battles. She saw Swiatek's focus. She saw the little girl she used to be, practicing serves against a garage door until the neighbors complained. She sat on her bench, closed her eyes, and whispered to herself, "Not today. Not my story. Not my ending." Second set, rise of a young queen. Coco returned to the baseline with a calmness that felt royal. The stadium sensed it. An electric quietness, the calm before transformation. Helena served. Coco launched forward, sending a blistering backhand return that kissed the line. The stadium erupted. Another point. Another. Coco found rhythm. A rhythm born from years of dedication and heartbreaks. She didn't just play tennis. She commanded it. Cross-court forehands like lightning. Delicate drop shots like poetry. Serve that cracked through the night. Helena grew frustrated, smashing a ball into the net. Coco kept breathing steadily. When Coco took the second set 6-2, the arena vibrated with hope. People stood, clapped above their heads, chanted her name like a heartbeat. Sio, Sio. But the match and the history came down to one final set. Final set, where legends are forged. In the first game, Coco broke Helena with a passing shot, so sharp it sliced through tension like a blade. In the second game, Helena broke back. They were locked in a war, not of rackets, but of belief. Coco wiped sweat from her brow and glanced at the stands. She spotted a girl seated in the front row, maybe 10 years old, wearing white beads in her braids just like Coco once did. The little girl held a sign, words written in shaky handwriting. "Coco, you're my Serena." Coco's heart tightened. Her vision sharpened. She understood. She wasn't chasing records. She was building doors for others to walk through. Every step Serena took carved a path for Coco. Every step Coco took now carved a path for the next generation. She tightened her grip on her racket, and she fought. The game that changed the season. At 4-4, Helena served with thunderous force. Coco sprinted, stretched, and fired a running forehand down the line with physics-defying precision. Winners like that aren't taught. They're born in the fire of impossible dreams. The crowd erupted louder than thunder. Helena slammed her racket into the court. "Why won't you break?" she screamed. Coco stood tall, chest rising and falling, eyes glowing, not with anger, but with purpose. "Because champions don't break," she whispered. She held serve for 5-4. Then came the moment. Match point. Helena tossed the ball. Coco leaned forward, heartbeat roaring in her ears. The serve came fast, but Coco was faster, slicing a blistering backhand return that forced Helena into a defensive lob, the speech that broke the internet. During the on-court interview, Coco held a microphone with trembling hands. "I don't chase numbers," she began softly. "I chase moments like this." The crowd grew silent, hanging on her every word. This is for every young girl who feels underestimated, every kid who doesn't see themselves in the room yet, every dreamer told they're not ready or not enough. She paused, breath catching emotional fire. "Serena opened a door for me. Swiatek inspired me. And now, if I can open a door for someone else, then the wins mean something." She smiled through tears. "History isn't what I did tonight. History is what comes after it." The stadium roared so loudly that nearby buildings vibrated. A new era begins. That night, Coco didn't celebrate with fireworks or lavish dinners. She sat on her hotel balcony, legs tucked under her, sipping herbal tea. The city lights of Doha shimmered like scattered stars below. Her coach knocked lightly on the sliding door. "You did something incredible today," he said. Coco smiled, eyes thoughtful. "I did something bigger than me." "That's what greatness is," he replied. She watched the distant horizon, imagining the path ahead. The finals, the next season, the expectation, the pressure, the victories, the heartbreaks. She knew the world now expected more than her talent. It expected leadership, strength, inspiration, and she was ready. Because Coco Gauff didn't just win matches anymore. She changed the meaning of being young. She changed what it meant to rise. She changed how the world sees possibility. As the night deepened, she whispered to herself, "This is only the beginning." And somewhere in countless homes around the world, little girls picked up their rackets, believing that if Coco could do it, so could they. That was her true victory. That was history. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, and share. Till next time.